Good afternoon, everybody. It's Marcia from Kansas Misfit. Can't even talk. It's so hot in here. It's making my tongue not want to work right. I've talked to you on storage. I'm trying to help people with essentials of home production and storage. And I've talked about basic storage, emergency storage, expanded storage, water storage, first aid supplies to store. And today I want to talk on clothing, fuel and light, and then some suggestions for storage. And then we're almost ready to conclude with that. So let's see what we can get here and see what all we can learn together. For clothing, it says, sufficient durable clothing should be included in home storage program to meet the family's requirements for at least a year. This clothing should accommodate seasonal needs. Where possible and practical, it is wise also to store fabric, thread, needles, and other sewing items in case something needs mended. The productive consumer takes advantage of sales of material suitable for clothing that a family may require and will store these purchases until needed. A family can also save money by keeping a supply of clean used clothing that can be used in making needed clothes. Reserves for bedding should be used and included. Also be included. Okay, that's what it says about clothing. Now the fuel and light. Like the light from the sun, light bulbs, candles, lamps, I don't know, we'll see. If possible, a reserve of fuel, coal, oil, wood, etc., should be part of the storage plan, at least enough for cooking purposes. Various supplementary heating and cooking units, some portable, are available. The best types can be used in emergency both for the preparation of foods and for warmth. That's what I like to get. I like to get me a potbelly stove and get the chimney built up in the house up through the roof, and so the fumes and things can escape. Then get that coal or wood, whatever, fill up the furnace, especially in the wintertime, of course. You can heat the house and cook your food at the same time. And then in the summertime, you can cook outside on the grill. Just have that for like in the days when it's really chilly or nasty, rainy out. That'd be nice. That's what I'd like, but can't have everything, can we? The best types can be used in emergencies, both for preparation of food and for warmth. Storage of fuel can be dangerous, and in some areas it is prohibited by law. Suggestions for storage. Are you ready for suggestions for storage? It says here, home storage should consist of year's supply of basic food, clothing, and, where possible, fuel. After this goal has been reached, emergency and expanded storage should be begun. People who are in mobile situations, such as armed forces and school, or who have a small home with limited storage area, should prepare as best as they can for emergencies. Basic food items can often be stored in rather limited spaces. In the closet, in the attic, in space under the beds, and even space available by family and friends can be used. It is wiser to have food storage sufficient for only a few weeks or months, than to have no storage at all. The food storage program should be adapted to meet individual needs, but the following general suggestions may be helpful. 1. A choice of food for storage depends on availability, nutritional value, cost, storage qualities, and other considerations. Number 2. Store a variety of foods, as no single food is all essential needs or the correct proportions. 3. Store the highest quality of grade of food obtainable. Wheat should be cereal grade, double cleaned, and at least 11% protein and more than 10% moisture. 4. Food should be stored in sturdy metal, plastic, or glass containers with tightly fitted lids. Sturdy wooden, straw, or earthenware containers may also be used, but the plastic bag liner should be used to protect the food from possible contamination. 5. Food should be stored in areas that permit easy access and allow control of temperature and humidity. In general, a cool temperature prolongs safe storage life and quality. So dig a hole, get a bunker or something, keep it in a cool, dry space. Don't put it in the heater area where it could get sour or destroy it. Number 6. To destroy insects that may infest grains, nuts, dried fruit, or other foods, place the food in a home freezer and keep it at 0 degrees or below for 4 days. As an alternative, the food may be sterilized by being heated in the oven for a low temperature setting of like 200 degrees Fahrenheit for about an hour, depending on the nature of the food. Spread the food on a shallow pan so that the heat can penetrate it easily. Stir the food occasionally to keep it from scorching. Dry ice kills most adult insects and larvae, but it actually will not destroy the eggs or the pupa, P-U-P-A-E. Pour 2 inches of wheat into the bottom of the container. Add dry ice. Then fill with the heat. Fill the rest up with the wheat. 8 ounces of dry ice is recommended for 100 pounds of grain, or 1 pound for each 30 gallons of stored grain. Seal the containers loosely for 5 to 6 hours, then seal it up tightly. Number 7. Storage should be acquired according to the orderly and systematic plan consistent with the family's needs. Borrowing money to acquire food storage is discouraged. Just do what you can. And like it said, short time, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. If you can't do a year, do what you can, because some people live in tiny houses and there's not that much space. The closet floor might be okay. Underneath your bed, just slide boxes underneath there and pull them out when you need something, put it back in. If you have an attic, stuff it, and that'll help with heating and cooling too. Let's see here. Where was I at? Number 7. Storage should be acquired according to an orderly, systematic plan consistent with the family's needs. Borrowing money to acquire food storage is discouraged. Food costs may be minimized by budgeting shopping wisely. that impulsive stuff I catch myself doing from time to time. That's not good. Number 9. Store foods that the family is willing to eat. In times of stress, it may be difficult to eat unfamiliar or disliked foods. Number 10. Stored foods should be used and replaced on the regular basis to maintain quality and minimize waste. Number 11. Maintain the food inventory and replace the items as they are used. So that way you always have something to replace what you used. Rotate it out. And number 12. Specific information regarding appropriate food and optimal storage conditions is given. Localities should be obtained from local universities and program agencies. And buying and selling storage